Hello everyone and welcome to our first training video for Commune Realty. For today, we'll talk about sales. Now, in sales, there are four particular aspects that we have to always remember. First is the discovery questions. Discovery questions is all about knowing what your customer or potential customer might need. Offering to there are times that customers might want to offer you or might want to get a property, and then upon asking questions to them you realize that it is not the right property for them. Now, if you're not asking properly or you're not trying to understand what they truly need, most likely your customers might end up with the wrong property, or they might not even buy from you. So it's very important to ask those questions, and every time you have a potential sale, the first thing you need to understand is, am I selling the right property to them? Okay? So you need to ask questions like, how many are you in the family? Questions like, where do you work? Questions like, where does your children study? Those simple questions will mean a lot, especially if you're giving them the right property connected to what they need. So those are discovery questions. Number two, it's all about making the appropriate offer. And it requires you to make an appropriate offer means you need to actually know your properties. You need to understand not only the square footage or the square meter, how many square meters the property has, but you also need to understand the features that that property has, so that you can appropriately you can make the offer to your customers the property based on the features and the benefits that they offer. For example, you have a client, a potential client that wants to, or his children study in St. Thomas More, okay, or they study at UCCP. Offering to them a property near the area, all right, somewhere near Doctolero or somewhere near St. Thomas More would actually be a very good offer to make to your client. So makes sense, right? So take at least five, or asking the right questions will give you the right offer, and just take at least one or two of the main benefits and then create the appropriate offer to them. Okay? And take note, it's not always about the price. Your clients will always be concerned about the price. But if you offer the right benefits to them, they start to think, especially if these people have extra budget in their pockets, they will consider a higher priced offer if the benefits are worth it. Remember that. Now, aside from discovery questions, aside from making the appropriate offer using features and benefits, you need to actually ask the question. Here's the biggest problem about many realtors. They don't ask the question. They don't ask the most important question: if the client would actually want to buy. Now, the problem here is this. What we normally do, what's best practice for us is to bring the client to, this is something that we learned from one of our mentors, to actually bring a client to the location itself, okay? To have a tripping. Now, to trip the client, to bring the client to the place is a good thing already. It means that most likely they already know what they're buying, and most likely there's a bigger possibility of them buying the property itself. Aside from that, you still need to make the offer. You still need to ask the question. Many agents, many salespeople give the benefits, but they don't make an offer. And For buyers agents, for those people who are handling buyers, you don't make an offer to you need to make an offer. Without the offer being made, there will be no sale. Or, chances are, your client will be the one to initiate the sale, which is a much more difficult process. Just making the offer. And, by the way, one more problem that this might bring is the truth that if you don't make an offer, you always end up assuming. So if you're assuming, more problems happen than solutions. Not only to your client, but also to you. If you assume that the client will buy, chances are you might end up with a client that may not be able to actually, pull the trigger. They might not buy from you. And lastly, after making the offer, now here's a tip for making an offer. Be clear about it. Clarify the price. Clarify if the title is clean. Clarify the actual size. Clarify everything. But don't take too long, because normally these offers have an expiration date. The truth is, clients, if they really want the property, they will almost immediately jump the gun. Okay? But if they're not interested, they will think about it. Chances are there's a big possibility that you will not have a sale. So please, make the offer, be quick about it. If they will not buy, then move on. If they will buy from you, then that's wonderful. Awesome. So lastly, after making the offer, you need to be able to handle objections. Guys, we need to be vigilant about this. We need to make a conscious effort to handle objections. Here's some tip. Do an ABC method. First, acknowledge. Acknowledge the objection. Make the client feel that you understand where they're coming from. Actually, make the client understand you understand the objection. If they say that it's too expensive, you say something like this: I know the price might be an issue. In Tagalog pa, alam namin, sir, na medyo mataas siya talaga siya. Pero, okay. Now, aside from A, which is acknowledging, B, use benefits to handle the objection. If their problem is money, then you present to them a benefit of the property connected to money. Sir, the reason why we're offering this is that we believe that the price, though you think it's expensive, is still cheap compared to the market value of this product. This property will increase in value. Tataas ho ang presyo nito. And when it increases in value, you will get more out of your money. So if the problem is money, handle the objection with the benefit connected to money. Alright, I hope that makes sense. And lastly, do the closing again. Offer it again. So, sir, do you want to buy the property? Making that offer again will let the client know you're done, and at the same time that you're concerned about what they think. Let them talk. Let them explain. And if you use that method, so if you use this 4-step method, just to give you a quick recap, it starts with discovery questions. Number 2 is knowing the benefits and making the appropriate benefit offer to the client. And number 3, make the offer. And lastly, handle objections. These 4 things, these 4 benefits, or these 4 methods of selling is a surefire way to improve your selling skills. Okay? We'll talk a bit more about this in the next lessons, but I hope that right now this overview makes sense. Thank you for the time. I hope if you have any questions, feel free to make a comment below. And thank you for the time. Bye-bye.